This episode is brought to you by the Deeper Christian Life Network. The Deeper Christian Life Network is an online network designed for mentoring and connection among those who want to deepen their spiritual walk. The network includes exclusive masterclasses that you can take at your own pace and much more. The masterclasses are conference messages based on themes and or letters in the New Testament that cannot be accessed anywhere else. The network opens up for registration periodically throughout the year. Go to thedeeperchristianlife.com and check out samples and join the wait list if you're interested.
As a reader, we often want to know a little bit about the lives of the authors we read. Most of us are interested to know what their favorite things are in life, which gives us an idea of their creativity as well as what makes them tick. Today, we're interviewing best-selling Christian author Frank Viola. Viola is not only an author, he is also a speaker and a blogger, and his ministry is called The Deeper Journey, of which he helps serious followers of Jesus know their Lord more deeply so they can experience real transformation and make a lasting impact. His blog, frankviola.org, is regularly ranked in the top 5 of all Christian blogs on the web, and his podcast, Christ is All, has reached number 1 in Canada and number 2 in the USA on iTunes. So here we go. So Frank, what are your top 5 favorite movies?
Well, Althea, that's a tough one. It's really impossible to answer because I have so many movies that I really enjoy. Not as many as the movies I don't like, but I guess I would say the top 5, if I had to narrow it down, it would be in no particular order. I would say The Cutting Edge, the original 1992 version with D.B. Sweeney and Maura Kelly. I love that one. Just Friends, starring Ryan Reynolds and Amy Smart.
Mm-hmm.
Deja Vu with Denzel Washington, whom I love as an actor. A movie called Dodgeball by Vince Vaughn and Ben Stiller.
Yes.
And then The Zero Effect, which is a movie not well known, but it's incredible. It's with Bill Pullman. And Ben Stiller is in it too. He plays a serious role, which is unusual for him.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go ahead and cheat here because I'm going to add some more.
Okay.
I really like romance movies, and my top 3 romance films are The Notebook, Message in a Bottle, and The Choice.
Nice.
And I also enjoy comedies, so I'll give you my top comedies that I tend to watch over and over again. I'm a fan of some of Adam Sandler's movies, 6 in particular: Mr. Deeds, The Waterboy, The Wedding Singer, Happy Gilmore, 50 First Dates, and Anger Management. And I also like Meet the Parents, the first one. I didn't care for the others. So those movies would be at the top of my favorite movies of all time list. I have many others, dramas and thrillers, but I just wanted to stay with those.
Yeah, I imagine I'd love it because all of those are my favorite as well. So
Oh, awesome.
That's awesome.
Great.
So who are your top 3 favorite actors, male?
Okay, male actors: Andrew Walker, who performs in the Hallmark movies. I like all of his Hallmark movies, and I think he's a fantastic actor. Johnny Depp and Bruce Willis during the 1980s and the 1990s. Those would be my 3 top choices.
Okay. And who are your top 3 favorite actresses?
Top 3 actresses: Elizabeth Shue from the 80s and 90s, Teresa Palmer, and Blake Lively. Those would be my top 3.
Awesome. So what are your top 3 favorite Christian songs?
That is extremely difficult to answer because I have so many, but I'll give you the right now. So right now at this moment, it would be Rushing Wind by Keith Green, We Will Dance by David Ruiz, and an old hymn a seminal hymn by Ora Rowan. Hast thou heard him, seen him, known him? And I like the version performed by Indelible Grace, which you can find online. What can strip the seeming beauty from the idols of the earth? Not a sense of right or duty, but the sight of peerless worth. 'Tis that look that melted Peter, 'tis that face that Stephen saw, 'tis that heart that wept with Mary, can alone from idols draw. I absolutely love it. I think it's brilliant. And
Awesome.
I'm actually going to put those three songs on my blog, and those who are listening to this, if they want to check out those songs, because sometimes YouTube has them and then they drop them and you can't find them anymore. But the link will be frankviola.org/FAV songs. FAV songs. That stands for favorite songs. It also stands for, those are my initials, Frank A. Viola. So you can say FAV songs, favorite, or Frank Anthony Viola songs.
Awesome. So, what are your three favorite secular songs?
Well, this changes month to month. I have hundreds of favorites, and I'm someone who listens to music of all kinds, many different genres. But at the moment, it would be Stairway to Heaven by Led Zeppelin, played forwards. And by the way, I have very recently written new lyrics to that song, rewritten lyrics to that song, which I will unveil in a podcast episode pretty soon. But the rewritten lyrics tell the story of the romance of the ages found in the scriptures. And I'm looking forward to posting the new lyrics to that song. But Stairway to Heaven for sure. Another one right now is In My Time of Dying. I like Led Zeppelin's version. Other artists have done their own covers, but I think Zeppelin's is the most powerful. And I think that's a very old blues song that came out of the South. I don't remember the actual artist who wrote it, but Bob Dylan has done a cover on it and some others. And then another song that I really enjoyed right now, this will probably change next week, is an obscure song called Hackensack by an obscure band called Fountains of Wayne. And I'm really enjoying that song right now. But as I say, I move week to week, month to month when it comes to favorite songs.
Awesome. All right. So, what or who is your favorite Christian band or artist?
Favorite Christian band or artist, that would have to be David Ruiz, last name Ruis, his work from the 1990s. In my judgment, it is nonpareil. It is incredible. And he's a friend of mine. I got to know him some years back, and just a very gifted artist in the Christian genre. But again, it's his work from the 90s that I think is superior.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So, who is your favorite secular band or artist?
That's a tough one. I like many artists and bands from the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s, especially, but some after, like Adele. I really like her. But I would say my all-time favorite has to be Led Zeppelin, the band, because of their talent and their creativity. I don't endorse their beliefs or their lifestyles, but in terms of their talent and creativity, I think they were peerless, especially during the time in which they performed.
Yeah. We're going to kind of switch it up a little bit. What is your favorite poem?
Well, my favorite poem would have to be If by Kipling. Here's a few choice quotes. If you can meet with triumph and disaster and treat those two impostors just the same and lose and start again at your beginnings and never breathe a word about your loss. Yours is the earth and everything that's in it. And which is more, you'll be a man, my son. I love that poem. It's great.
Wow. That's beautiful. That's actually beautiful. All right. We're going to switch it up even a little bit more.
Oh, right.
Top 3 favorite TV shows.
You know, I do enjoy TV shows when they're well made. So many are not. But I guess all time would have to be Seinfeld. Those are timeless for me. I can watch them year after year. They don't get old. Dateline. I really enjoyed Dateline. And a TV show that was introduced to me a few years ago that I really found riveting is it's called Damages.
Okay.
Really connected with that really well. I knew a person who reminded me of the lead character in that show, and so it was deja vu for me.
Wow. All right. So, what is your favorite dinner at home?
My favorite dinner at home, the favorite home cooked meal, I guess it has to be my wife's sherry chicken. It is off the chain. And some of my friends have had it and they have never recovered to this day. I haven't had it in a while. I keep hinting to her because it is a lot of work. I told her I'd even help her in the kitchen make it. I'm not very good in the kitchen, but I'll be there to do whatever she needs to make that a reality. But it is incredible, really is.
It sounds like it is too. So, what's your favorite restaurant meal?
Favorite restaurant meal? Ooh, that would have to be a tie between something called veal caprese and authentic New York style pizza. Now, veal caprese, basically what that is, it's breaded veal with caprese salad put on top, drizzled with olive oil and balsamic vinegar. And of course, a caprese salad is your mozzarella cheese, fresh mozzarella on top of tomatoes with parsley. But put that on top of a breaded veal, it's incredible. And I really love it. But I never tire of authentic New York style pizza. It's hard to find if you're not in New York, but if you can find it in every city I go to, I always look for an authentic place. But that would be the top choice for sure.
Yeah, I imagine that's kind of hard to find unless you're in New York, of course.
All right. All right.
What's your favorite breakfast?
Favorite breakfast is something that I discovered about 10 years ago or more. It's called a Sonoma omelet. And what it is, it's 3 eggs with roasted garlic, tomato, and mushroom. And it is just unbelievable. And there was only one restaurant that I have ever found who actually made it, or that actually made it, one chef. And so I had to learn how to duplicate the recipe. And even though I'm not very good in the kitchen, I managed after years trying different things to perfect it. I managed to, well, I can't say I perfected it, but I've come close. So I really enjoy the Sonoma omelet. The roasted garlic is what makes it, but it's fantastic.
Okay, okay. What's your favorite ice cream?
Favorite ice cream? That would be a tie between cookies and cream and black cherry.
Okay, okay. And what's your favorite dessert?
Cheesecake, hands down.
Like you already, for real.
All
That's
right. We
awesome.
got a lot in
Yes,
common over here now.
absolutely. What's your favorite hobby?
I have been a man in search for a hobby for many years, but I guess the one that has always been enjoyable to me is home run derby, where I simply find a baseball field and I hit baseballs and try to get them out of the park. And then the other one would be, which I just recently discovered. My wife and I are trying it. It's called pickleball. And we played our first pickleball game the other day, and we're gonna start charging ahead with that one. So that would
Okay.
be the two. Yeah.
That one's really interesting. Okay. What is your favorite everyday drink?
S. Pellegrino sparkling water. I absolutely love it. I have grown to love sparkling water. I don't really care for tap water or still water. S. Pellegrino is my favorite.
Okay. And who is your favorite professional athlete?
That would be the former baseball player, Reggie Jackson, who played for the Oakland A's and the New York Yankees. He also played for the Angels for a time, but he is my favorite. I find him fascinating. I love the way he hit the ball. I love his swing. I love his story. Yeah, Reggie Jackson for sure.
Yeah. And who is your favorite fictional movie character?
Favorite fictional movie character? I guess that would be Jason Bourne of the Bourne Identity.
Awesome. All right. What is your favorite Christian book other than your own?
Well, that's another one that's impossible to answer. I mean, obviously, the Bible, I think that's a given. But I would say the book that I have read the most outside of the Bible is a book called You Are My Friends by an author named Frank Laubach. And it was out of print for many years, but with the help of a friend, we were able to locate a publisher to put it back in print. And if anybody is interested in this book, they can go to my 100 Best Christian Books Ever Written. It's on my blog. They can just search for it, and they'll see You Are My Friends by Frank Laubach. I read that many times, highlighted my copies of it, and it's just a transformative book in my experience.
Awesome. And finally, what is your favorite secular book?
Favorite secular book would be The War of Art by Pressfield. Fantastic book, fantastic message, and the super short chapters in it inspired my own books, Insurgents, Hang On, Let Go, and 48 Laws of Spiritual Power. I love the short chapters, so I wanted to pay it forward to my own readers.
Awesome. Frank, thank you so much for sharing your favorites with your readers.
Hey guys, this is a postscript just before you head out and we part ways. I have created a bundle of free resources. This would include my other podcasts, the YouTube channel, several free ebooks, free seminars, and other free resources. And you can find all of that at frankviola.com. And if you go to frankviola.com, you will see in the top menu a link that says free stuff. You just click on that and you will be taken to the free resources page. Also, a number of you have asked if you could donate to help defray the costs of the podcasts and also to express appreciation for the value that you've been receiving. You're under no obligation to donate. I don't ask for donations, but should you have it on your heart to do so, you can go to frankviola.us. That's frankviola.us, and that will take you to a donate page. There's 3 different options you can use to donate, all of them simple. Thank you very much, and God bless.